We are live, finally. I think. Let me check here. One of those afternoons, guys. Thought I was starting at 1 o'clock. It's now 1:30 and I'm just starting, so show must go on. See if I'm live. All right, it's looking positive. All right, guys, we are live, and I'm talking to an audience of, I think, maybe two. I'm not quite sure. Welcome to Fitness Marketing Hub's live stream. Initially, this was supposed to be at 10 o'clock this morning. Then it was set to 1 o'clock this morning. I couldn't really control that. And then, unfortunately, had some difficulties in that I couldn't find a computer cable to wire my computer to my camera. So I was scrambling, got frustrated, canceled it, found it at the stupidest spot, and figured, let's get going. So for those of you who are here, welcome. Oh, hey, Sharon. Great to see you. All is well now. It didn't start off that way. I was in quite a bad mood about 15 minutes ago, but we are good now. So hope all is going well with you. Hoping shooting's going well today. And yeah, so let me see where I'm at here. I apologize for looking more disorganized than I usually do. I'm just kind of scrambling as we go here. I didn't want to wait till 1:40 since there might have been some people waiting around. But I'm pretty sure those people are all gone now, so get the screen set up here. Hello, Case Pilates. All the faithfuls are here, at least for a few minutes. That's great. We'll see if anyone else joins us or not. Today's live stream was going to be hit or miss because I changed the time very last minute. I'm terrible for setting up my live streams. I typically set them up on a Tuesday afternoon for a Wednesday morning, which I don't recommend you do. It doesn't give you any time to really market it or for people to discover it beforehand. So I may have very few viewers today, but if I get some, I will take some questions. We will talk about things. If somebody has a channel they want me to look at today, we could do that. We'll just kind of have this as a free-for-all, fill in some time so that we're good and we can get it set up for next week. Yeah, and go from there. And we got 6. That's better than I expected. Where's everybody coming from today? Is it my regulars? There's some new people here. Metabolic conditioning. Hey, Marcus, how's it going? Good to see you, pal. Yeah, I apologize, guys. I think going forward, I will keep these on the Wednesday morning at 10. I was kind of looking forward to doing it at 1, even though I had to do it like that today. I wanted to see if there was going to be any difference, but considering I spent no time marketing it, it's probably not going to do me much good. If I get more average viewers than usual today, I'd be very surprised. But with that said, a lot of you are in completely different time zones than me, and who knows? I know for someone like Kim, she's, I think, 3 hours behind, so she's almost, I guess it's 11 o'clock or 10:30 there. So, but anyway, Mel Fierce Fitness, 10 a.m. is better for you. What time is it there, Budo Pilates? You have to let me know. By the way, if any of you guys have a lot of personal trainers and fitness people that are in your ecosystem of social media, by all means, feel free to share these live streams. I'm doing them in 3 places now. I host them in the Fitness Marketing Hub group, which is a private group, but I also have them on here on YouTube, and then on my 208 Media Inc. group. That's a public group, so I mean, you could share through that as well. I really need to, I'm so busy giving advice these days that I'm neglecting my own channels, and I have not done a lot with my channels, with marketing myself and promoting myself. And I really do think that both of my channels, although they're growing nicely, they were growing and they started tapering off. And as much as I'm still happy with consistent growth, that can also be a red flag. That's, when you peak and you just stop growing. It's like that to me, it's like, that's when I want to start paying attention. I don't want to wait until it starts to decline or something. So yeah, feel free to share it if you think somebody's interested. If you don't think anybody would be, don't worry about it. 7:40 p.m. Oh wow, okay, so it is later there. This is like your evening viewing. How's things going with your channel, Budo Pilates? I've seen some new posts recently. Trying some new things, different thumbnails by the looks of it. And Sharon, I was looking at your channel today. It looked like it's getting a little boost in subscribers lately. That would be great if so. But you guys let me know if there's something you want to talk about today in particular. We can start chatting. How do I look and sound, by the way? Is everything fairly clear? Let me know. I'm actually shocked that there's 9 people watching right now. I wasn't expected anybody to, especially after missing the 1 o'clock, but that's great. I appreciate you guys coming out. And as I said, if you have questions, let me know, or I can just start ranting about everything going on in my world. I am good either way. I had a whole agenda of things I wanted to talk about, but when I get stressed out, I just tend to forget things, and now I totally forget what I was going to talk about today. Not very much with new subscribers, only 3. Yeah, there's something in there that's going to have to be fixed up, because I mean, you're putting the effort out. I can see the production quality's improving. The biggest thing I stress this so much, and I talk about it so much, this whole thing with niching down, and I am such a big believer in it. I believe that's the whole reason my channels are not massively successful channels, but my channels are both growing nicely. I was actually talking to one of you earlier about my fitness channel. Last month I posted 1 workout, but my channel still grows by about 40 to 50 subscribers a day. And I totally blame that on the niche. It's the fact that it's one of the few places that people can go and they can find a pretty wide variety of kettlebell workouts. And that seems to be the driving force over there. And yeah, so I mean, that's a big part of it. And then I think the other part of it is maybe the multi-camera, the no talking, no music, silence people seem to be into. So that helps me. But it's tapered off, as I was saying. I need to get more workouts and get this thing growing again. And the same thing with this channel. I think the fact that I'm a marketing channel specifically about fitness on YouTube helps this channel as well. And when it comes to you guys, like, some of your channels are so good and some of you guys have so much talent, but that's the only thing that I think, and it tends to be a very similar story with a lot of you, is I see so much stuff being thrown at the wall from, whether it's recipe things or meditation things or positive thinking things or religion or workouts or, and even taking all the other stuff out of the way and just focusing on workouts. It's Tabata workout, dumbbell workout, medicine ball workout, band workout, and it goes so all over the place. It just becomes, no matter how good it is, generic. And I think that's why people they might discover your workouts and do a workout, but there's nothing there to keep them there. Whereas I think if you were to kind of micro yourself in and focus on a certain audience, like Sharon, we had talked there a week or 2 ago about, perhaps people that are rehabilitating, whether it be, cancer, heart disease, arthritis, that sort of thing. But being the channel that's got this variety of workouts for post-surgery or a variety of workout for post something or other, and those kinds of things, and finding out what that niche is. And because I think that's what's going to get a lot of you guys over the hump. Yes, please give me a thumbs up. I deserve it today for being late twice. Thank you, Mel. Boys, stop it. Yeah, you know where my USB cable was? Plugged into my camera. It was. I did an actual shoot last week, and I had it plugged into the side of the camera, and usually it would be back with my other stuff, but I was using it to plug into an external monitor so I could watch what I was shooting, and it was still plugged into the external monitor, just sitting there plain as day. So after calming myself down, I just happened to put my head up, and it was straight in front of my face, and so here we are. Tape it to my head next week. Knee-friendly workout today. See, even with that, Sharon, I think, I mean, I haven't seen the title you did for it yet, but I would go even more specific than that. Not knee-friendly, but it could be like, literally like post-knee surgery, low-impact work, or something that, you know, when you look, because I see this in the search results all the time, there are people who will specifically type in their problem, and it's not going to be knee-friendly. In some cases it might, I shouldn't say that, but look for those people who are like, you know, like you see women that will do, you know, post C-section workouts. So then if you do something like that and work it into the title and then do a little intro at the start, basically saying how it's, you know, maybe it's very relaxed on the core work and it's very low impact and blah, blah, blah. But it's really something, it's that title. And it seems like it's almost too niche, but at the same time, it's a pretty big planet we live on, and there's a lot of people looking for, again, post-baby C-section workouts, or, you know, post-knee surgery workout, or something like that, knee rehabilitation workout, phase 1. And I mean, you could have, you know, a playlist, and you do 10, and you get a little more, a little harder every week. So maybe like doing kind of like a 30-day knee rehabilitation program. I'm just throwing ideas. These are not vetted out at all, but that's kind of what I'm talking about in terms of just trying to come up with something that really gets specific with what people are looking for. Shut up, Kim. Make your day. But yeah, I mean, we talk about the niche stuff here every week. It hasn't proven me wrong yet. But I think like if you guys think you're in a niche right now, let me know in the comments what your niche is. I just be curious, because sometimes what you think might be a niche, I may think isn't. But I'd be curious what you guys think your niches are. Throw it in the comments, like as far as what your niche is, and yeah, and I'd love to kind of hear a little bit about that. Either that, or I'm just going to pick one of you out of the crowd. Hit your goals. What's your niche? I'd love to know. Metabolic conditioning. Kettlebells, my lead niche. Hit MMA secondary, even in kettlebells. I'm trying to niche them further. You know what, Marcus, I was actually going to mention that to you after we had that brief back and forth on Facebook last week. Excuse me. I went to your channel and I saw your kettlebell workouts, but then I realized that there was really nothing in your banner or title that has anything to do with kettlebells. And quite frankly, kettlebells is the star of my channel. And as I said, 30 to 40 new subscribers a day, and that's posting like one workout a month. I think in all of 2021 so far, I may have posted, I think today, I posted one last night, and I believe that was my 5th or 6th workout of the year total. But I've got people that basically are subscribed and they have notifications hit. They're waiting for those kettlebell workouts. I also have a smaller pocket of people who are very dedicated to the sandbag workouts because they can't find a lot. So that was one of the first things I was going to say to you when we do a channel audit for you is you need to be much more clear with how much kettlebell work you do. And I would be fully focused on kettlebell. Every workout doing a kettlebell, I would be starting to add some timers and things like that to it. Your workouts look good, and the production looks good, but it's missing those graphic elements, which I think would help a lot because not everybody's going to be as good at this as you, and they don't know what's coming next. But absolutely, I think you're in a good niche, and I think you know your niche from what I saw, but you're not telling people. They're not seeing it in your thumbnails, your titles, or your channel name. So you may want to think about that because that's probably the first thing that's going to be on the list if you and I chat. Jason, considering a niche in combat cardio, combat sport workouts. I'm too broad right now. Yeah, Jason, I mean, that body combat is a pretty big thing right now. Obviously, it's a Les Mills thing, so you can't call it that per se, or you're not supposed to, but it's definitely, I think it was in the trending videos, Google Trends last month, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is this month. I'm actually doing that video today and getting it done. Yeah, that would be good. And I think especially even in the summer months where you can do it outside at a park and stuff like that, you should have some fun with. And I also think your sandbag workouts would be good. I'm seeing, the problem with sandbag workouts, and one of Jason's workouts is actually on my channel, Trainer Hub, if you guys get a chance to check it out. Sandbag workouts start slow. Like when I look at my top 10 videos, it's all kettlebell. And then the last 3, I think, are like sandbag, out of the last 10 that I posted. And it's basically sandbag doesn't have as big of an audience, but they have a groundswell. They tend to grow on the bot, like 5-6 months in, they start to pick up more. They just seem to take a little bit longer to get those initial views. So I think that's also a good one to focus in on because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of sandbag workouts on YouTube, but it's a bunch of one-offs. There's no real sandbag workout channel. And I think my channel is one of the few that's close to that because I've only got a dozen on there maybe. But people, it seems to keep them around because that's the whole point of this is that, this sandbag workout was pretty good. I can't find that many sandbag workouts anywhere. This guy's got 10. I'm going to subscribe and hopefully he'll do another soon because he seems to do them once a month. If they're sticking around for sandbag workouts when I only do one a month, imagine if a channel was doing one a week or one a day or that sort of thing. And that's just sandbags. So I definitely wouldn't give up on that either. But yeah, I agree. I wouldn't get into, because obviously I watch your videos and, the Coach JP tip of the day kind of stuff, everybody's doing that. That's the unfortunate part. And your tips are good, but everybody's doing it. And it just makes you vanilla on YouTube, like you just blend in with everybody else. But your ideas of the body combat sandbag training channel sort of deal, that's cool. No, Sharon, Val said she wasn't going to be able to make it in the afternoon today, so. Doing quite a bit of research of specific issues, questions, sub-niches related to the subject. Yeah, no worries, man. Happy to do it. This or that fitness. Good morning. Good afternoon. Not good morning. On a personal level, intrigued by the idea of these combat cardio, combat sport workouts. Well, you guys meet Jason because Jason does that stuff. Jason and I actually used to work together for a supplement company. Whenever I'd have a really bad day, I go down one floor to Jason's office and I basically yell and scream and swear in his office for about 20 minutes. Then I go back to my office afterwards. So Jason and I bonded over our anger towards certain people. But yeah, I mean, it's really, guys, I feel like it's the most consistent way. And I know there's so many hacks out there. And I know some of you guys are involved in them and getting in these groups, and you go to this channel and comment and like it and watch it for at least 5 minutes. That will not make your channel grow. I hate to be that guy who's going to say this, but it does not, there's no long term in this. That to me is a vanity metric. It actually it screws up your metrics and your analytics, which prohibits you from improving, because if your analytics are showing longer watch times because people are watching your stuff, so you watch this, you don't know if your videos are working or not. So you're not even able to get better. You're just going to, and you become dependent on these groups, and then it just never works. It never becomes a monetized body. I think the rationale always is that, well, if I get so many people to like and subscribe, then others will come along and they won't look at my workouts if they're bad. They'll just see, oh, well, 1,000 people like me, so it must be good, so I'll like it too. People are going to like what they like, and they're going to not subscribe to what they don't like. It doesn't matter how many people subscribe beforehand. That's why I always I avoid most of those groups. Like I've said it in here, I think this is more of a community, and it's like, if you guys want to support one another, by all means, like introduce yourselves and follow each other. And I think more than anything, you might get some ideas from each other. There might be opportunities for collaborations. At least it's a real community. But I don't encourage you guys to watch each other's videos and that sort of thing, because it's a metric that's not going to help you at all. That's all. I'm done with that. Mel, you're here listening. Good. Sounds good, Sharon. Enjoy your time with your family. And I doubt you'll miss too much today, but you can always watch the replay later. And there'll be I hope by tomorrow or Saturday, there'll be some more videos coming up. I got to start producing videos here because I've been pretty much only doing live streams. And again, I've got to get reorganized with all this. Oh, I missed hit your goals. I definitely do not think I found a niche, which is the most frustrating part of this whole thing for me. I agree, and you and I have talked about that. I don't think you have a niche either. You've got a whole bunch of good workouts, but it's there's nothing which is proprietary to you, and that's why I would say, like, even if it was all resistance bands or all stability balls or whatever it could be, like. I did, just to give you an example, I did a video on, well, I've told these before, I did one video on how to use a home gym, and it was based on a certain brand of home gym, but all home gyms are the same in that they have an upper pulley, a mid pulley, and a lower pulley. So basically it was universal video. Not only was I able to get a licensing deal for it for 14 years from the company whose gym I used, people were actually able to buy that video because it applied to pretty much any gym. Then I did a video on stability balls, and we basically went into my little garage studio that I've posted in the Fitness Marketing Hub group. If you guys haven't added yourselves there, be sure to add yourselves there because we have little sidebar conversations. It was just stability ball tutorials, and it was called Stability Ball 101. It was 101 stability ball exercises. And I made a second licensing deal, this little video for my garage, and a green coffee bean supplement company, was buying anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 a month, and that went on for probably about a year, buying that and releasing it with their product. So it doesn't have to be. And then I used my another one that I've done a vlog on here, my Go Vitality Training Series DVD, which had pretty well-known instructors and a whole variety of different workouts using different genres and all this stuff. That did the worst of all the other stuff I did. So, and that had everything in it. So it kind of goes to show you, like, these little things that have that are niched in did really well, and I made money off of, and I spent a fraction of the money making them. The big over-the-top thing with all 20 different genres of training and all this didn't do as good because I spent too much on it. I to this day have not recouped my investment on it. I don't think. I know I've got about 12 boxes on a shelf over there. So it really does. And I think you don't have to be the channel for everyone, but be the channel for 10,000 people. It's like, there's got to be 10,000 people that want this X, whatever that is, and figure out what that is. Because Kim, everything else is clicking for you. Other than that, I think it's not that all your stuff's not good, because it is. It's just a matter of, it's just kind of a hodgepodge of everything, all good, but nothing really in sync with whatever. So, but I mean, you and I talked some ideas, and we're going to have a conversation this week. Kim, Hit Your Goals is actually a part of our members program. If you guys have never heard of the members program, check out the buymeacoffee.com. I basically use, Buy Me a Coffee is set up as a thing where you can leave people tips and stuff by buying them coffees. I use it as a way to sell creative assets to fitness trainers on YouTube. So there's interval timers on there. There's one-on-one consultations. There's the YouTube launch packages. There's the membership. So basically, Hit Your Goals has purchased the membership, and we're working together now for the next year, basically getting her channel rolling. It started off with a channel makeover, and then now this is just the next level of it. So, and that's going to be one of the things that we discuss, which we already have, is niching down. It's an ongoing thing with me. Elite Fitness, good afternoon. I'm having a successful day now, I guess. Body by Paradise, did you hear that tags weren't as important anymore? Watched Andy Dubé, is this valid? Yeah, it's there's people that will say that channel tags and key tags don't have that much merit, Elaine, but it's still there. It still helps. It still helps the algorithm to recognize at least the genre that you're in. So I wouldn't ignore it. As much as I do actually believe that it has very little impact, I would still fill it out, and I would still try and do a good job. I just might not, pay TubeBuddy or something for the tags. I think the channel tags especially are not that important, but I do think the key phrases are. And I do know that, your title's important. Having the focal point of your subject of your video in the first 50 characters of your title is important. So if you're doing a kettlebell workout, kettlebell should probably be the very first word, because you should be typing these things out as people are searching for it. So you don't want to get, in your case, you wouldn't want to put, Body by Paradise presents the ultimate kettlebell workout, because the word kettlebell will actually fall off the screen in search results. It's not going to come up there. So, not that you do titles like that. I know you don't. But yeah, so the titles are very important. The first paragraph in your description, having as many trigger words as you can, whether it be like, the different exercise names. Like usually what I do personally is I take the workout breakdown, and that's the first thing I usually post in my description, and then I'll put a little stuff after, then I'll put social tags and stuff. So that way, it may be something like, full body kettlebell workout would be my title. And then in my description, it'll start off with kettlebell squats, kettlebell reverse lunge with kettlebell halos, weighted crunches with kettlebell. So all these different trigger words are in that first paragraph up high. I do think that matters. So I would go title's most important, description is second, key phrases is probably third. But I like I said, I wouldn't neglect it, but no, I do believe she's right. Budo Pilates, my niche should be workouts with props and my Budo Pilates concept. Okay. Is it working though? That'll be the next question with it. I do think there's something there, because when you describe kind of the Pilates with kind of a mixed martial arts mix to it, I think that's definitely good. In your case, I think it's going to be a matter of upping the thumbnail game to showing how it's a different type of Pilates and how you're infusing like the martial arts and stuff into it. because I think the concept's cool. But I still think there's some growth struggles there that will need to be addressed. And I think it might just be the fact that people don't know what your niche is. You may have a niche, but I don't know if people really know what it is yet. It may not be that put out there. It may not be that apparent. But yeah. And I'm personal training. I'm doing great. How are you? Oh, by the way, guys, I should let you all know, if I can find it here. I just noticed earlier today that a podcast that I did with James, James, who was on the show, James Patrick, who was on the show about a month ago, our conversation, our podcast dropped today. So I'll see if I can find it and share it on here. There it is. Can see it. I just don't know. I'll have to find it. I know he's got it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. I'll see if I can find it and add it in here. But James and I had a good chat. It was nice not being leading a podcast for a change and actually just being asked questions and stuff. James Patrick. There it is. So I haven't even heard this yet. I just happened to notice it when I was in the middle of my tantrum here earlier. So just adding it to the comments here. If you guys want to check that out later, feel free and let me know your thoughts on it. No problem, Budo Pilates. Happy to help. Elite. Finding a niche is the hardest part. Here's a video idea, which is very popular now. 5,000 steps walking workout at home. Yeah, Valerie with Home Workout Health Hub tried something like that last week. She did a 2,200 step workout. Hey, stop chewing on my light stand. Get away from that. Yeah, I haven't actually seen her analytics on it yet, so I'm not sure how it went for her, but I know she was trying that, and a few people have tried the walking workouts. I'm hearing so much about it. I'm almost anticipating it's going to come up in the trending searches this month as well. There's usually reasons when that stuff starts coming out of nowhere. Where can I get one of those subscribe animated things that people put in the beginning of the workout video? You can get one from me. Buy me a coffee, Elaine. I'll send you one. You just want one that's not a part of the video, just kind of comes up beforehand. You can send me an email, let me know what you need, and I can build one for you. Because I use them at the end of my workouts. At the start of my workout, I put up my disclaimer, which I also recommend you should do. And then then my workout screen comes up, and it has a breakdown of the workout, so people don't have to read the description or wait and see what it's going to be. They can see it on screen. Then the workout takes off. And then at the end, I have a little subscribe button that comes up and clicks on it. But we can take care of you. Pays to be connected. Yeah, if you guys listen to that podcast, don't listen to it now because I'm on the air. But if you listen to it before me, let me know how it goes because I honestly forget what I said. I think I got mad about some stuff, so you might see some good animated Regan talk. I've been on James's podcast before too. It's quite good. All right, back to, there we go. Excuse me. So how about the rest of you guys? What do you guys think you're missing in your workouts right now? Why aren't you growing? I think it's amazing that a lot of you guys, you manage to show up every week and we're able to chat and stuff. Is any of the stuff we talk about helping? Is your problems different than other problems? I know what a lot of people's problems are with their channels, but I don't say it without them asking me, because sometimes people don't like what they're going to hear, because I try and be very upfront about it, because I want to see all you guys succeed. Any trips on streamlining editing? Yeah, Jason, you know what I do? For one thing, and if you're not adding graphic elements to your videos, you should figure out how to do that. That's something obviously that I do now, and I've amped it up even more now, where I brought up the actual video of the next exercise coming up, so they see what's coming up next during the rest period, and then they also they also basically they see it, both the title and they see the visual of it. What I do with all of my workouts is every workout follows the same interval structure. I do 40 on, 20 off almost every time. Sometimes I'll deviate from that a bit. I'll do 40 on, 20 off, and maybe I'll do 6 exercises, 3 rounds. Maybe sometimes I'll do 7 or 8. Maybe sometimes I'll do 3 rounds and I'll do a bonus round, which will be some exhaustion technique. But I always typically stick to the 40-20. And there's 2 reasons for that. Number one, it's familiarity. And I do think that's probably an unsung niche on my channel, is the people that subscribe to me, they know there's a lot of kettlebell. They know there's a lot of sandbag. They know there's multiple instructors. They know that it's multi-camera. They know that there's no music. They know that there's no talking, but they also know the timing, and they get used to that. We're creatures of habit. So if every workout is going to be, 1,000 reps, 2,000 reps, 40 on, 20 off, 60 on, 20 off, 2 minutes on, 10 seconds off, it gets to be a bit much, and you got to think from that intermediate beginner level, because when all's said and done and COVID starts to dissipate, a lot of the more advanced exercise people, they are going to slowly flock back to gyms, which is good for a lot of us, but the traffic on YouTube goes down and you're left with a lot more beginner intermediate exercisers, and they like familiarity. So by keeping that same structure, it's familiar, but also it allows me to pick up my interval timer and just drop it on my workout. All I have to do is synchronize that first beep that's live in the studio with the first beep on my interval timer, and then the rest of it's laid out. So so it's just, I've got it set up now, so it's 1 bar, I just drop it in, and then I just start chopping up the workout. That helped me a ton as far as the editing goes. In addition to that, the less breaks you take, the better, excuse me. If don't worry about perfection. Like if you think you screwed up and then you're hitting stop and then because that's usually what happens if somebody tries to go back and do something again and they do a retake, then now you're trying to marry 2 clips together, and most likely you're trying to make it look seamless, and that can take a long time and be very frustrating. So, if you're a one and go person, that's perfect. That would be my thing though, is stick to a similar interval. Get the graphics that you need for your intervals, and then it's just a matter of typing in the exercises, and then the countdowns are all there, and off you go. And that same thing, I basically pick up my intro and I pick up my extra from the last workout I did, I drop them back in on each end and export, and I'm done. That would be the main thing. Aside from that, it's just time. If you guys were all using Adobe Premiere and not using whether it's Filmora or Windows Movie Maker, and that, you would be faster. You would be slower at first, you'd be faster in the long term, because Adobe Premiere is just a much easier software to use, and it's much more friendly, but it costs money. So it's one of those things you could be saving for, is getting a good editing software that just gives you just the freedom to build something without a lot of issues and stuff like that. I was always a Final Cut Pro editor up until like 2 years ago. And when I left my last job and started my new studio, I actually started using Adobe Premiere for the first time in my life, working by myself, teaching myself while taking care of pretty high-end clients, and trying to let them, trying not to show them that I had no idea what I was doing in this software. So I had to self-teach on the fly, trial by fire, this software, and at least you guys don't have that pressure. You're making your own content. So I invested in Premiere, I invested in Photoshop, and they're great, and they just make it a lot easier to do thumbnails and graphics and all that kind of stuff. Those would be the big ones for me. And yeah, you're right, it can be a real time suck. Another thing, Jason, that you could think of in the long term, I don't know if you're on I think you edit on a laptop, but secondary monitor saves me a ton of time. Because I've got one, I have my laptop is basically like my utility. I've got my folders open of stuff that I need. And then this is my timeline, my big monitor. So I can just drag something across onto there and I can see everything, and you're not minimizing screens and maximizing things and all that. I find the ease of use is huge. If you can find a cheap external extra monitor and go get a cheap USB cable, it might cost you $150 or something, but that helps a lot. And then you've got kind of a dedicated space, and you got just much more room to work with. All right. Any other thoughts, guys? Hope I didn't miss anybody. Maybe what I'll do while I'm waiting is show you guys some of the new channels that we've recently been working on. We will start with Body by Paradise. Bring it up on here. So Elaine from Body by Paradise, she probably started watching these live streams about a month ago or so, and we started talking, and we ended up doing a channel launch for her. And I can't show you the before, but I'll show you where she's at now. This is Elaine's new channel. Very similar, very similar structure. It's, we did a little bit of her. She already had her logo. We just kind of changed the background a bit. We make sure that we did new banner for her. Basically just really bold letters. What the channel is. The niche that Elaine is starting to work on now is 20-minute express workouts. So she's going forward. She's going to attempt to do every workout is 20 minutes. Every workout is, for example, 250 calories. Workouts on the fly for busy moms or busy parents trying to get a quick workout in before work or before bedtime or whatever that may be. That's going to be kind of the niche that she zooms in on. And that's a good niche because it still allows her to be very free with the different styles of workouts, but she's going to cater to people that just want a 20-minute intense session. So really good niche. And same thing. So we did a series of new, very simple thumbnail design. We've got the logo in there. Whatever the title is, nice big bold letters that will stand out in search results. And and making sure that the colors all basically match up. But really like it, like the colors. This is not the initial blue that I had. It's actually a better blue that Elaine had picked. But if you guys get a chance, be sure to check out Elaine's channel. And Kirsten Quick Fit. I don't think Kirsten's here today, but we'll look at her channel. Excuse me. Another one we did. Same sort of thing. We got much more, a much brighter, more bold color banner with hers. This is a logo that she already had. Added the part that she's certified because we know there's a lot of people that aren't. New workouts uploaded weekly. Thumbnail matching up, just try to get all the colors nice and aligned. Kirsten has actually also joined the members program. So I'll be working with her. We do monthly calls and we're basically in contact all the time doing, basically just planning. Like her next thing now is we're going to work on the production of her videos and how to improve that and get that really optimized, sound quality, camera quality, locations, graphics and things like that in the long term. But so basically this is how it's kind of going to look moving forward. And that is that. And the other one is Val's channel, Home Workout Health Hub. So Val, we did a new banner, new logo, new thumbnail. I know a lot of you guys use Canva for your thumbnails. I tend to do, and you'll see similarities with the thumbnails that I do for everybody. It's not that I'm trying to mail in like a certain template to everybody. It's having these big, bold letters that show up on search engines that I like. Having the logo there adds a brand appeal to it. And also in a lot of cases, a lot of you are not professional photographers. You're using screenshots or you're getting a quick camera phone picture. So using some of these bigger, clunkier letters with the backdrops and that sort of thing, it also fills in screen space. Like in Val's case for this picture, it's a closet door behind her. So that doesn't really have to be on camera. So we cover it up with this stuff. Yeah, so Val's got her new setup. She went for a burgundy and kind of a grayish black tone. Yeah, it looks really good though. We did a full launch package for her as well. So a few new channels. This is all stuff that we do through Buy Me a Coffee. If you guys ever have questions about it, don't hesitate to reach out. Whether or not it works, we will find out. I have no idea what just happened there. Sorry, guys. I think you guys saw what I just doing. Hopefully we're on everywhere. Well, in that scare, I just lost my train of thought. What's going on? Okay, I think we're caught up now. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, so any of the stuff that we do with channel launches and things like that, that's all through Buy Me a Coffee. Even if you guys aren't interested in any of that stuff, if you go to the buymeacoffee.com/trainerhub, you can follow the page and there could be eventually be something that comes up that you're interested in, whether it be a free thing or a giveaway. Like we basically do everything from email templates to different interval timers, different colors. We can do custom interval timers, custom thumbnails, all that kind of stuff. So maybe for you, may not, but it's there. And I think what I'm going to start doing in some of my videos too, because so many of you guys have been on there and have bought me coffees and have bought things. I want to be able to say thank you to you in a video. So I'm going to find a way to do that because I appreciate it, and money does not grow on trees for anybody these days. So I always appreciate you guys doing that. All right. A quiet bunch today. But you know what? We did a lot better than I thought we were going to do with the multiple time changes. But next week for sure, we will be 10 a.m. Eastern time on the nose, and we'll be good to go. The unfortunate thing with these live streams is I have to actually set it up on the fly. Otherwise, I'd probably just leave this set up all the time. But all the cables and stuff I have to put away. Otherwise, the dogs will chew on them and things like that. Thankfully, they're sleeping right now. So yes, you guys let me know what you want to talk about. Or I'll just start talking to myself. As I said last week, I'll say again this week, I think today or tomorrow morning, I'll be shooting the Google Trends. And I'll basically cover it right up until today as far as what's trending online. So expect that video to come up. Tomorrow's Thursday, probably Friday it should come out. And I've toyed with the idea of doing fewer live streams and more produced videos again because I've been slacking off in that area, just spreading myself too thin. And I have some big shoots coming up for clients in the next few weeks that I'm going to have to also focus on as well. So just trying to figure out best way to do that. But I got quite a few different subjects written on a whiteboard that I have to do videos for this channel on that I'm hoping to get to very soon. And I've already filmed part 2 of shooting a video with your phone that I need to get done. And I have to get some member content done as well. Trying to figure out what's going on right now because it looks like there's almost a 5-minute lag or something. I don't know, I can't tell. Let me look on here. Kim. Let's see. Just checking to see what the lag is, guys. Just give me one quick second. Okay, we're pretty good. I noticed the top 25 on Google Trends changes almost daily, makes it hard to track. Should I only check it once a month? Yeah, it's hard to say, Kim, without knowing exactly what you're looking at. I basically do a specific geographical range, and I'll do either a custom date range or every 30 days. Like if you check it daily, then yes, it's probably going to change. But the top 25 shouldn't change if you're checking for, say you checked for 30 days today and then you check for 30 days tomorrow. I wouldn't expect the entire 25 to change. Yeah, not sure. But yeah, I mean, I think you only have to check it once a month. It's hard to tell. We'll talk about that when we have our call this week to find out exactly what you're searching. I just check it once a month. And then the rest of the time I just look at YouTube and see what's trending on YouTube as well. Workout US 30 days. So you're telling me if I search today and I search tomorrow, it'll be completely different terms or different workouts? I could see it evolving, but I can't see like the #1 trend today changing tomorrow. It would still be in the top 25 even if it goes down. So I don't know. I'll have to test that. I'm guessing there's something in there that might be wrong. I'm not sure. Have to check. Can check it right now. Because I know I checked this the other day and I kind of remember what was up there. So screen share. What are you searching for, Kim? I'm going to bring this up on screen here in a second. All right, so here we are. Abs workout for men, pre-workout stretches, 15-minute dance workout, Daisy Keach, Pilates ring. Like this, a lot of this is similar to what I saw last month. Bikini workout, 10-minute hit workout, insanity workout, David Goggins, Tabata, beach body, treadmill, body pump workout, Christian workout music, HasFit senior workout, Mamma Mia was there, Chloe Ting, ab workout for beginners. Yeah, I mean, that's really not too different than what I was seeing last month. I mean, it's evolved. There's some new things come in, but maybe you're I don't know. That doesn't seem like it's too far off, but I'll check it tomorrow and see. Elite. Hey, host. I recently got sponsored by a supplement company. Any idea for being a great salesperson? So you're going to infuse their products into your channel? Is that kind of the goal? I guess it depends what your deal is with the company. If it's like product in exchange for you just infusing it into your channel, it's hard. It's hard depending on what the product is, and does the product match with the channel itself and that sort of thing. Without knowing the product, it's hard to say. But I really believe in authenticity. I don't believe in if they're giving you like telling you what to say. Essentially, I hate that. I've got like 5 or 6 different products behind me somewhere back on that shelf. Massage guns, ab roller things, resistance bands. God, what else is back there? Something called the Body Gym. There's a bunch of things that I have to do reviews on, but I tell these guys when they contact me that if I don't like it, I just won't review it, because that's usually what they do. They'll say, we'll give it to you, and then you have to basically do this video. It has to be at the start of your video. You have to say it's this and that, and I automatically say, no, I'm not going to say that. If it is that, I'll infuse it in my own way, but I'm not going to be told what to say about a product that I've never tried before. So definitely be authentic with it. There's just too many influencers out there now. Most of the people in the industry that I know of, they mute all the people that are sponsored by companies, because they just basically have these very generic, inauthentic ads that they put on their thing all the time. And be yourself, do it in your own way. You'll do better for them. And definitely, I think that's the primary piece of advice. Find a way to naturally infuse it into what you're doing instead of making like a commercial piece out of it. Body by Paradise, see you later. Have a good afternoon, and I'll be talking to you soon. EPN supplements, just have to share the link. I have a code for a discount. Yeah, so I mean, that's not too bad. You could, at the end of one of your workouts or something, you could basically, I would just be straight up with it, that you're working with EPN supplements. You've had the opportunity to try their pre-workout. I use this before all my workouts. I really like this. It's something that I'm going to continue using. It tastes great. It's got 5.2% more flavin than the other guys. But if you guys are interested in trying a bottle, I actually get a discount code. Check it in my description. It's discount code XYZ, and check it out. And if you do check it out, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear if you like it as much as I do. Cheers, peace out, done. Something like that, just very natural. Work it in whatever your personality is. Work it into your personality. I don't think it's. I don't think you should lie about it. Like, as far as like, oh, I just happened to buy this and it's the greatest ever. And that, like, say what's good about it. I know, like, one of the products that I have to do a review on. It's some kind of like a plunger type deal that I have to. Here, I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it to you guys instead. I know it's back here. So I've shown this on other live streams as well, I think, maybe once. Yeah, no problem, man. And again, I'm pretty good at that stuff because I actually worked as a director for a supplement company, so I know what a lot of them are looking for too. So I can give you some good insights there. Yeah, so something like this. Now, this was a company that got a hold of me. It's like basically just like a foot holder for doing sit-ups and stuff with sort of a plunger deal in the end. They sent me the link and I looked at it on Amazon, and a lot of the reviews are really bad, and a lot of it said it doesn't stick to the floor. So I told the guy that, I said, if it doesn't stick to the floor, I'm not reviewing it, because I said I won't say anything bad about it. I just won't say anything. But like, when I do my review on this, I'm going to show that, like on this table, you just click it down. I could kick that right now and that's not coming up. Like it's really sturdy. But this is almost the equivalent of like a laminate floor. It's like hardwood. The floor that's here is like a 150-year-old wooden floor, and it's got like air gaps and stuff like in the, just because the wood has aged. So it actually won't stick on that floor. So I will say that in my review that, if you have a textured floor or you have an older wood floor, this might not work for you. If you have a laminate floor and you want something like this to give you a little bit of support doing crunches and stuff, then yeah, it works. I think it's good just to be, you're not saying anything negative about it. You're just telling the truth that if you have a floor that doesn't work for this, don't buy it. Nothing against the product, it just doesn't work on all surfaces. So yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting product. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to say about it. The problem with it too is that, I mean, again, for somebody who's got a really weak core, I guess it's a way to help them, give them some resistance to pull up. But is that really a good thing or not? I don't know. We'll just leave that as it is. But for what it is, it's a cute item, I guess. There's some other ones that I'm really looking forward to. There's the massage gun is really cool. Like it's a really good quality massage gun these guys sent me. Like good for serious athletes and just it's like a machine gun. One of the body gym that's back behind me there. I don't know a whole lot about that. It looks kind of like resistance tubing with a bar. So almost like a barbell type workout with tube resistance. There's a really nice resistance band kit. Like it's got multiple lengths and they all click and unclick really quick. I might actually do my workout with that this week as part of the review because it looks really nice. And I think it's got upwards of 200-300 pounds of resistance or something. So kind of cool for somebody who likes to lift heavier, but they're stuck at home right now. So yeah, that's it for that. How did you, E13, how did you get a hold of the supplement company? Did they contact you through your YouTube or through social media? Or I had a company contact me about 3 months ago for an apple cider vinegar product. I said, sure, I'll try it because I actually drink apple cider vinegar every morning, so I'll try it, some kind of capsule. They got my address wrong when they sent me the confirmation that they sent it. They had my address as being somewhere in the US. So I emailed them back, told them, you got the address wrong. Never emailed me back. They emailed me back again like 3 or 4 weeks ago, giving me my promo code so I can add that to my YouTube thing. I told them again that I never received the product. Then they emailed me last week saying, hey, I see that you received your product. Hope you enjoyed it. And so then I just had to scream at them and say, don't email me again. Some of these companies, when they do this ridiculous, like I always look for people that I know have watched my channel and they really want to talk to my audience, as opposed to somebody who they found my most popular video, sent me a template email. Like there was another guy a couple weeks ago sent me emails, and twice they emailed me and I told them I'm not interested because they had my name wrong both times. In one email, they called me like a girl's name, and the next email they called me Bob or something. And it's like, you don't even, like you're cutting and pasting and not even changing the name to personalize it. Like that's the stupidest possible thing you can do. And I said, just on merit, I'm not going to review your stupid product. So there's a lot of them out there that I would avoid. I took a bunch out once only because I wanted to show you guys what kind of stuff I get at, 15, 16,000 subscribers. But I had to cut it off because there was getting to be too much crap. And there was another company that wanted me to go to their site and pick any piece of equipment that I wanted, and they'll send it to me to review. So I picked something, but it wasn't what they wanted me to review. So they said, oh, well, you take this instead. And what they wanted me to take was, they wanted me to take ab straps. It's like, I have nothing here to hang ab straps from, and it's not even remotely close to what I picked. So I just said no. It's like, don't ask me to pick anything and then tell me I can't have what I picked. And what I picked was actually cheap. It wasn't like an expensive item or anything. So there's a lot of them. You don't realize sometimes that you are, and this is in particular important when your content gets really good. Even if your channel hasn't exploded yet, if your content's really good, they can see that your channel is going to get popular. And these leech companies will try and jump in and they think they're offering you stuff. But, know your worth when it comes to that stuff. Don't get taken advantage of, because these companies have no clue how to reach out to people. So they're trying to basically use influencers by, I'll give you a bottle of our protein, which we manufacture for $4, in exchange for you completely upending your channel and making it a nonstop commercial for our products. Because that's what it comes down to. A lot of these products don't cost a lot to manufacture. So they're not really sending you that much, even though they say they're sending you $300 in product or something like that. They're not really. Once you know the manufacturing cost of some of that stuff. And yes, Jason, you'd know. For supplements, you can show how and when to use them as part of the info you're sharing during your video. E.g., at the beginning of your workout, remind the audience to have taken the pre-workout and why they should, intra, during, and protein after, etc. To add value, yeah, exactly. And that's why I think it's good too. And again, Jason and I work for the same company, so we both kind of know the ins and outs of a lot of that stuff. Pick products that you actually use and like. It's such an easy sale. Whenever I used to, up until a couple years ago, I actually owned a health club as well. And I remember somebody asked me one day, what protein sells the most? And it's like, whichever one I want to sell. And in that case, I was a big fan of a protein called Athlete's Food, which was made by Nutribolics. The reason being is I had an amazing sales pitch for it. It was actually a more expensive protein. It was like, at that time, it was $55 or $60 for a 2-pounder, but it had protein, it had mixed greens, it had phytonutrients. It was a very complete protein. And once you explain it to people, it was really easy. And I really liked it. Another protein I really like is Cytosport's muscle milk, and it has colostrum in it, and it's just a good solid protein. But there's a lot of stuff out there that that's not very good. Again, like, you're not going to ever see me peddle a fat burner on this channel, unless it's for like the caffeine component if you want a jolt of energy, because they don't really work. They don't really work. That's all there is to it. So I'm not going to get on here and tell everyone they should be taking it, because it's, I value my community, so I'm not going to have you people who support me, I'm going to turn around and start lying to you that you should try something so I can put some money in my pocket. And I just think that's jumping the shark to make a couple bucks, and in the long term, you're going to hurt your own brand. And I guarantee you, these companies don't care about your brand, they care about theirs. So you've got to care about your brand and make sure that you're representing you first. And basically, you're bringing these products into your ecosystem versus you bringing your brand into their ecosystem. And there is a difference. Jason, maybe I should get you on here someday, and you and I'll just do like a full 90 minutes on supplements. And we'll talk about that stuff. Because there's a lot you can talk about for sure. But yeah, what Jason had said there, guys, is 100%. Just basically finding, good authentic ways to work it into your thing without being like a commercial sort of deal. I've had things where I'll put products in the background. Things like even the artwork behind me. That's all for sale. It can be purchased. Just ask me how. I'm not going to go and become an art dealer in the middle of a podcast or a live stream about fitness stuff, but having that stuff in this room, it adds decor to my room, and I can basically add the links to my videos, and if people want to purchase it, they can go purchase it. You're in, Jason? Yeah, we can hook that up. We'll make it happen. Absolutely. We'll do it. Maybe get you down here for a day, and we'll film a couple of workouts, and then we'll do our live stream. Might be a way to do it too. Well, we are 1 hour and 10 minutes in, guys, to our start and stop live stream today. Thank you for all you guys who have come out. I appreciate it. If any of you guys have questions, I'm still here. Happy to answer them. Something I had said last week that I think I'm going to do too is I do think I'm going to start theming these live streams a bit more. So we basically pick a topic and we discuss 1 or 2 topics over the course of the day. For those of you who wanted to discuss channel reviews and stuff like that, I may start doing live streams only on the Facebook group, basically doing live audits and assessments of people's channels. So if you're not a part of the Facebook group yet, let me get the link for you. It's a private group, but again, it's kind of a community of people. Excuse me, a lot of the same people that come here, and just a place to chat and discuss ideas and get feedback on stuff during the week. So it's worked out well. Just again, we keep it private, but if you guys haven't yet, make sure you jump over there and request to be a member, and I will for sure let you in. While I'm here, I should check and see if I have any requests. So yeah, so I mean, if there's certain topics you guys want to talk about in a little more deeply, by all means, let me know, and we can get into some of that as well, whether that be today or any day. I don't think I'm going to do the channel reviews on these live streams anymore because I don't think it fit on here. The last couple of times I did it, I noticed a dip in the audience, which is already not massive. So I don't want to go too deep into one person's problems and then alienate everyone else's in the live stream. So we're going to try and keep it fairly open for you guys. And for those of you who want to see the troubleshooting of other channels, basically all you have to do is become a member at the Facebook group, and which is on screen, and then you can watch those live streams as well or watch those videos after the fact. And they're all good because a lot of you guys have the exact same problems. So seeing that somebody else is dealing with the same thing as you may have things you can add to it, and vice versa. So it's kind of nice to know that you're not alone with your battle. Oh, excuse me. All right, gang. Oh, what just happened here? Well, as I said, guys, we'll start to wind it down if you guys have no more questions here. If you... Yeah, it's too late in the day for me. If you do have questions, as I said, jump into the Facebook group. If you're looking for things like the one-on-one consultations, the channel assessments, channel launch packages, stuff like that, it is all up on the Buy Me a Coffee thing right there. You can check that out. Again, you're not obligated to. I appreciate your coffees and stuff. You're not obligated to. I use that to try and give value to you guys, little things that I take for granted, like the timer clocks and stuff like that, because they do add a huge element to your workouts. You might not think it matters, but I've received enough negative comments from people to know that it does. And so over time, I started adding the graphics, adding all the other stuff, and now I basically give them everything they want, except for music, which I'm not going to budge on. Raw66, hey man, how are you? Good afternoon to you. Excuse me. So, yeah, so I think that is, what do we got here? Do I have a chance to do fitness content at home? I want to open a fitness YouTube channel. Sure. I mean, anybody that's got access to YouTube, I mean, I recommend you being a personal trainer if you're doing that. But definitely anybody can start, and there's still lots of room. If you watch this channel, you'll see, like, find a niche, be good at it, be better than everyone else. and work hard at it. It takes a lot of effort, but it can definitely grow. But yeah, do your thing, man. All right, guys, with that, I think we will call it a day. As I said, give this a like if you did like it today. Next week, we'll be back at regular time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Join the Facebook group if you'd like. It's in the comments there. And that, I believe, is going to be all for this week. So thanks so much for coming out, guys. Sorry about the starts and stops today, but I'm glad we got it in anyway. And we will talk to you very soon. Take care and enjoy the rest of your week, guys.